I really like card games in games like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do we want to do?
I thought we were still investigating the dead corpses.
Okay. I
Like
think
the
that was
guards.
Deadly Delights.
Deathly Delights. Oh, are we gonna find a brothel full of vampires or something?
I'm betting
Or some other kind of
succubus?
creature? Oh, you're right. I don't know, because if they said that there were no physical wounds on them aside from mild scratches, yeah, what else could so thoroughly...
Bodies were found here.
Oh.
Gotta look for clues. Anything unusual.
Mages.
Hoof
Hooves.
prints, clearly. A horse? No horse I know walks on two legs.
Could it be the demonic kind of succubi that... Wait a minute. But if they would have had cloven hooves, if they were based off of goats, they wouldn't have horseshoe hooves. Bless you.
Everybody's so yelly around here.
Evidence all points to crippled Kate's.
Crippled Kate's. What's that?
Don't know.
Empty perfume vial. Expensive. Neighborhood's a bit shabby for this.
Perfume. From the killer?
Presumably. It's one of those soldiers really wanted to smell good.
Didn't look like rain.
Just leads back to one of the horses. Geralt's like,
No, but he said it was bipedal.
I know. The horse is just standing on two legs, like otherwise totally normal horse. Actually just a chupacabra.
This is it. That's not normal.
Wait, that gentleman didn't seem well.
Where am I?
You alright?
I was in the house.
That one?
I believe so. Forgive me. I must rest.
Charmed by a succubus? Gotta get in that house, see what's inside.
You're right.
As long as the damp don't make me sick.
No, I'm sure to get sick.
Oh, you can blast it open.
Or what door? Nothing blocks Geralt of Blastia.
Looks like a butcher's cellar. Or, because look at all the hooks.
Sort of, except for those look more like anchor hooks than anything.
Nah, you're right.
Maybe?
Massive fishing hooks.
I'm really confused as to why I can go in there.
Because there was nothing there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Looks like I want to go up. Maybe there was loot that, you know, obviously.
What's this one doing here?
You stupid! Can't you see he's a witcher? Likely tracking some beast.
Walking about all door-faced, scaring decent folk. Eyes
There
a
are a lot of-
real veteran.
Lot of
Beggars have my
beggars,
number.
yeah.
Hello, poop-stained
Uh-oh.
ledge.
I hope that nudity mod is working, just in case.
Cross our fingers and hope not to see tatas.
Can you look around the room first before we leave
Sure.
it?
I mean, it looks nice. A romantic candlelight shenaniganry. What? There. I've killed romance. It is dead.
Who are you?
Ever heard of witchers?
Have you come to kill me?
Dunno. Wanna talk first? Why'd you kill those guards?
I was careless. Let them surprise me. They wished to kill me. I had to defend myself.
That it? No heart-rending story about human hatred for all things different, all things strange.
I'm not one to lie, nor do I kill without reason.
Probably the leaving the city bit.
You gotta leave the city.
And what if I don't?
I'll have to kill you.
I despise change. How stupid of me to walk into an ambush, let myself be surprised.
I'll have to lie about killing you. Usually I bring a trophy.
Very well, take this. And this, because I'm furious with you. Though I shall calm down once I'm away from this place.
Ah, so she does have hooves.
She just looks like a satyr, pretty much.
Yeah, she really does just look like a more humanoid satyr. Which would, I mean, satyrs tend to be male, so she'd be fawn. But...
Let's see, do tatas lead to wander censorship? Yep.
Yep.
If I want to make money on this series... It's just also kind of one of those where I do like to make sure my content is at least somewhat lower common denominator friendly.
What did she give you?
Not a clue. She gave us a thing and then another thing. I have item notifications turned off because, yeah, there's a lot of them.
Guards were killed by a succubus.
Succubus? In Novigrad? How? Light of the eternal fire protects the city?
Must
Nah,
have
it
gone
doesn't.
out a few times recently. Anyway, succubus won't harm anyone anymore. Here's proof.
Masterful work, Witcher. And here's your reward, as promised.
Farewell.
What did you even give him? Did you look at the contract? Deadly Delights?
Nope. It's done. Presumably like a horn, but she had both of her horns.
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
Yeah, oh well.
This is why I prefer you investigate things.
Unfortunately, like, there wasn't... I guess I could have maybe, like...
Looked in your inventory?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming she just gave a horn, but I could be wrong. What happens? Well, no, I guess sheep and goat horns keep growing over time. I wonder what happens when they break. Do they, like, taper back down naturally?
I think when they're broken, they're broken. Because, so, the thing about goat horns and sheep horns is that they're made out of keratin, whereas deer antlers are made out of bone. And the bone grows back far more rapidly, and also the bone gets sloughed off and then it grows back. Whereas with horns and stuff, when they're cut off, they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, you know how there's rhinoceroses? They're having their horns cut off by park rangers specifically, so that hunters won't be tempted to get them,
Yeah.
to kill them. You know what I mean? And I think tusks are one of those things. I don't know if... I mean, they can grow longer and longer, but I wonder if there's an upper limit. Maybe something to look into.
I think somebody's calling me a heathen again in Minecraft.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Warning for new arrivals. Newcomers are hereby informed that in Novigrad, one worships the eternal fire and only the eternal fire. The practice of any other religion will be treated as an act of heresy and punished to the full extent of the law, that is, by public incineration. Particularly forbidden is the wearing of the symbols of other deities, the conducting of rituals in their honor, or the preaching of their other faiths. His Excellency Cyrus Engelkind, Hemmelfart, Hierarch of the Church of the Eternal Fire. Really, Hemmelfart. Really, how could he get past that name?
Maybe that's why he turned to religion, because nobody would respect him otherwise.
Okay, personal announcement.
Widower, 60 years of age, medium height, above average intellect, possessing of a fortune in both species and real estate. Seeks old maid or childless widow of similar age or somewhat older, preferably from a landed family. Those interested are requested to send a missive with a faithful engraving of their likeness included. To Post Restans, Gildorf, C.O. Romantic. P.S. No response will be given to letters without full name and valid return address. P.P.S. Women of the elder races, halflings in particular, need not inquire.
Notice of death of Joachim Schwann? Do you remember that name?
Joachim.
Joachim? Do you know him?
No. That's just how it's pronounced.
Honorable towns dwellers, I deeply regret to inform you about the untimely death of Joachim Schwann, a tax collector who has served our fair city for many years. The ceremonial cremation of his remains will take place at the end of the current month. The City Council of the Free City of Novigrad. P.S. Since Joachim Schwann's family did not wish their address to be made known, please address all condolences to City Hall. P.P.S. Please refrain from sending letters of a derogatory nature. Is this someone that was despised in the previous game, or someone else that we should know?
Most tax
collectors tend not to be favored. Yeah. Oh, hey, look at this. Another Hamel fart.
Hamel fart. The Church of the Eternal Fire seeks to purchase firewood of the highest quality. Any man who can supply such product will not only be generously compensated, but also aid the fight against heresy and lechery.
Aiding in the fight against heresy and lechery by what? Burning people alive?
Burn the non-believers! Burn the believers too! Burn everyone! For the wood will be used to build pyres upon which mages and other such filth will be incinerated.
Yep.
Okay, we've done that one. Swindler about... Yeah, so actually nothing terribly new.
A portrayal of the elder races.
Got the imagination of a drunk troubadour.
Actually,
oh, we've already read this.
Oh, we have?
Haven't we?
She never lies about
This baronet's La Vallette's villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Geralt of Rivia at my doorstep? Surely this is no chance encounter?
Greetings, Baroness. Greetings, General. You're right. I'm here for a reason.
There's no mistaking you. But for etiquette's sake, Mary Louisa La Valette, an Imperial General and a Witcher meet, and know each other. Surprising.
Vizima.
Yeah, we had an opportunity to, talk when the Emperor summoned me to Vizima.
Had you run afoul of Var Emrys? No. You'd be long dead if that were so. It seems, then, that you share some interests. But I shan't question you out of doors. Will you accept my invitation? Tell me what brings you here.
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
My maidservant. I'm afraid she's currently at the home of my dear friend Patricia Vegelbud.
Perhaps Geralt could accompany us. He could speak with Molly at the races.
Is that something you'd consider, Witcher? Care to partake of some sophisticated diversion?
Lady, put on a shirt.
So, by races, do they mean horse races?
Yup.
Well, if Molly will be there.
On our way, then.
Now, I do not know what is up with her corset and bodice.
Wonder, do you prefer bearded Geralt or shaven Geralt? Bearded. He has a nice beard.
I would only say shaven because I have to touch this man's beard quite often.
But it makes me look good.
It makes you look good. You don't have to kiss it.
I kiss with it.
Yes,
Thousands of little beard kisses all at once.
We've arrived.
Itchy face be gone.
My father owned a similar estate in Bruges. As a young girl, I'd travel there often to ride.
Shall we look at the horses? Do you like horses, Geralt?
He likes Roach.
I guess so. Called every horse I've had Roach.
The grey mare is Cantarella, sired by Kahir, the champion from Vol.
Gray's a nice color. For horses, too.
My coin's on the black stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Know anything about the chestnut or the bay?
The chestnut is Thunderbolt, a pure-blood Retanian, gallant steed, but too headstrong for my taste, difficult to control.
Uh-oh.
And the bay hails from Zerrikania. Lord de Volte acquired him recently. I know little about him, though Zerrikanians are reputed to have incredible stamina.
Do you have to bet on the horses?
Is Molly a horse?
Pardon?
I did come here to see Molly, after all.
Patience, Witcher. She ought to arrive soon. I asked Molly to join us as soon as she was done with her chores. She shouldn't be long now.
All depends what you asked her to do, milady. But I don't really have a choice. I'll wait. Seem to know your horses.
No is not the word. Morvran's a true expert.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win, and I shall give you my finest saddle, made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Why not? Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Well said. So, which steed do you choose, Witcher?
Wait, really? So, Cantarella is the gray horse. Nemrod is the one that he wants. Thunderbolt is the very, very unyieldy one. And the Zerrikanian is supposed to have a lot of stamina.
Yeah. Well, we don't need the Zerrikanian.
Why do you say that?
All horses that Geralt's butt is planted on have unlimited stamina.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you put that into the game?
Yeah.
You modded it into the game?
Yeah.
So the question is, will Thunderbolt kick you off him?
Don't know.
Why are you hovering over Thunderbolt?
Thunderbolt, yeah.
Okay, let's see if you can handle him.
Nearby. Redanian chestnut might want to impress its king.
Wait,
I'll
you're
not
choosing
ride
him?
with you, but I shall bet on a steed. Nemrod will win, no matter the rider.
Cantarella for me, then. I see no point in delaying this. Let's begin.
Oh, so he chose Cantarella, even though their bets are on Nemrod?
Riders ready!
Don't spare the horse!
Go, go.
Hey, you don't want to jump anything.
Yeah, I wasn't quite paying attention to the map. Okay, didn't miss it this time.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid GPS is just like, take shortcuts. But
That would
maybe
get
you can, actually.
That would get you disqualified from the race, I'm sure.
I think maybe you can take shortcuts as long as you don't miss any of those flags.
Nah, I would definitely stay to this road. You're far ahead of them anyway.
Yeah, no real point in cheating. Unless it broke me. Okay, you can't take any shortcuts. I was wondering about that.
Well, you made it.
What a thrill! A beautiful victory!
Thanks.
For one for whom every horse is a roach, you carry yourself exquisitely in the saddle. My congratulations. That is yours.
Now, could I talk to your chambermaid, milady?
Ah, yes, Molly. That is why you came here after all. The portly young woman. That's her.
Speak to her. And you must find us when you're ready to return to Novigrad. We'd be delighted to join you for the journey.
Nothing hurts as much as life. Nothing hurts as much as life.
Uh-oh. Starting to echo.
I'm Molly, my lord. Wish to see me?
Call me Geralt.
Geralt! That Geralt! The one Dandelion's rescued time and time again.
Rescued?
That's right. Except it's the other way around. I'm always saving him.
Mean to say it weren't Dandelion saved you in Flotsam by severing your noose with an arrow from 100 paces?
What? Dandelion couldn't... Never mind. Any idea where our master archer might be at the moment?
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other in ages. The Baroness don't approve of our acquaintance. Says Dandelion's a good-for-nothing layabout. Can you imagine? But... or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
Sister. It's interesting because wasn't she niece before?
Yep. Also, she is not portly in the slightest.
But then again, maybe even if you were above a size 4 in these times, it meant that you had a lot of food or wealth. But actually, I thought back in these times, to actually have a little bit of fat on you was considered beneficial and attractive, because it meant that you had more food than was necessary.
Top one? Save her some grief?
Yeah.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister.
Sure he does. Saw him myself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Mm-hmm. Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
Know where I can find her, Dandelion's sister?
I know. Whenever I ask Dandelion when we visit her, he'd grow all quiet and then change the subject.
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
What? Why do you need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the light of the moon. Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias. But I've not seen him since.
No.
Thanks, Molly.
Wait, before you go, I've got a request. Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. And I'd so like to see them.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks, and good luck to you on your search.
Poor girl, she's too innocent.
Way too innocent. So what is the other quest here? Oh.
Broken flowers.
Just gotta...
You just have to return to town.
Yeah, talk to these two.
Ah, Geralt, there you are. Shall we return together?
Gladly. It's a long way to Novigrad. Road ought to seem shorter with some company.
I'd say the same. Well then, let's go.
Did anything happen, or is that just like a little cutscene? Oh.
And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
Just this morning, my Greta came back.
So, I guess we haven't really talked about it yet.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of these. Ooh, cards. But Cyberpunk got delayed.
One cannot make an omelet.
I don't know.
I think it's a good thing. I would rather have a game at its best than something that was rushed and incomplete.
Well, they're still going to be rushing it.
Did you catch him?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've heard the crunch at CD Projekt Red is terrible always, which is a bit of a tragedy. Anyway.
White
Quick
wolf.
game of cards.
Welcome to the Passiflora. Oh, no sign of recognition in your eyes.
Greetings,
Don't fret. I'm sure I look quite different from when we last saw each other.
which was...
Oh, eons ago. You and Master Dandelion appeared, 2 halflings in tow. What a smash they were, the little chaps. We recount that night to this day.
So the, staff hasn't changed since then?
Oh, of course it has. It does so incessantly in this business. Burly Berthy married a merchant. Ella struck out on her own. And you'll likely find Cerise praying at the temple. I alone remain. So, shall I summon the girls? Just remember, this is a decent establishment. Pause to yourself to start with. And our girls are well-mannered. The range of subjects they discuss in detail, I myself find it daunting.
I'm curious. You play Gwent?
Certainly. Though for high stakes exclusively, of course. In fact, the game would be exceedingly boring without the risk.
Up for a round?
Why, yes. Let's play.
Yep. Personally, I just like delays because, yeah, it does mean the game's better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a Vesemir card.
Vesemir.
He has any special features, unfortunately. Oh, we can get rid of Siegfried of Denise. Let's see. I was really hoping I could get something else. Alright, whatever. But yeah, I do agree that, like, I'd rather a game be delayed repeatedly and be good than come out too soon and be bad.
What's wrong?
I'm just thinking about, like, delays and whatnot. Because we had a Final Fantasy not Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 7 delay as well.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what more they could be polishing with that game, unless they've been doing it from beginning to end, and
it's probably
haven't
just
quite
kind of
made it.
final passes stuff, QA work and whatnot.
Nah, that's
which I think is actually
understandable.
very wise.
They need to make sure that all of their subtitles are written correctly. I'm surprised at just
Well,
the
it's
number
English
of
voice
games.
acted too, though.
Mm-hmm. But you still have to have subtitles if people want it.
There we go. I hope they have the. I hope they do the cloud cross-dress scene well. I hope so. I'm really looking forward to it.
Wait, when did he?
Yeah, you have to like infiltrate a mob boss's place. I think it is.
And you had to dress up as a lady to sneak in.
Yeah, and depending on how well you dress, you'll get like a better reward if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. So how did you already beat her the first round?
We just put spies down and then she gave up.
Interesting.
Hoping to
secure victory the second round.
Yeah.
Ah, all 3 of yours.
Oof.
Should have had something just a little bit higher so you would have only lost 1.
It's okay. I got plenty. Let's see, Wonder should play the original at some point. I don't know if I'd want to play
Oh, you mean Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah.
Nah, if the remake is coming out, we're only gonna play that.
I'll probably just play the remake. I wouldn't mind playing Final Fantasy 8 and 9. Because those likely will not get remakes, and I think that would actually be quite good.
Ah.
Yep.
Oh, hey. She has that guy.
Yeah.
Voorhees. Well, why don't you clear the weather?
Right. I'm gonna wait. Because he might have more out. Still beating him anyway, so it doesn't matter so much. Well, now we're just tied.
Oh no.
It's okay.
But now you have nothing left.
Fine. Because I can toot my horn.
So she has to pass.
Yep. I don't even have to get rid of the weather.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to anyway. But yeah, I'm not against playing Final Fantasy VII, like the original one at some point. It's just the Final Fantasy games tend to be very long.
I fail to understand how I lost that. Oh, I believe this card belongs to you now.
Know any other players willing to stake rare cards?
In Novigrad, Siggy Reuven's collection is famous. You really should challenge him.
Yeah, if I was possessed of more time, I think I would be willing to sit down and play, like, a silly amount of various... Oh, high-stakes Gwent tournament. Yeah, let's leave that for a bit. If I had a lot more time, and not a lot of other games coming out, I think I'd be more willing to just say, like, I am going to just play the entirety of the Final Fantasy series. But that... Oh, hi?
You can't get in?
No.
What do you want?
Want to see Rosa Atra?
Oh, mate, if you only knew what I want. Miss Rosa don't see just anybody.
I'm Geralt of Rivia, a witcher.
Soon as Miss Rosa turns into a striker, I'm sure her papa will send for you. But she's not showing any symptoms yet, so I venture you're not needed. On your way now.
Has to be another way in.
Oh my.
What? Two have substantial walls, that's for sure.
Yep.
Oh, deepest apologies.
Oh, down there. Look at that.
No.
Some loot? Oh, I thought for sure there was going to be an entrance.
Might still be.
Love letter. What? Where? Oh. This is from a Gilbert Blythe.
Can you read it? Sorry.
But
I just...
you're a dude.
Oh, fine. My dearest Rosa, from the first moment I set eyes upon you, that fateful evening at the Vegelbuds, my heart's only beaten for you. I can't eat or sleep. My master threatens to terminate my apprenticeship. I don't even know if you remember me. Albert Vegelbund introduced us near the roasted capon table. I happened to be eating one when I saw you. It stuck in my throat and I started to choke, and you laughed. Oh, how sweetly. How brightly you laughed. That marvelous sound still fills my ears to this day. I live in the hope that I will be given a chance to hear it once more.
Oh, just sorry, not beg. Just choke on another piece of capon? What would that even be?
I have no idea. I'll wait by the well in Gildorf every day at dusk, for you care for the life of a poor lad. Fallen hopelessly in love with you, take pity and come. Do not torture me with eternal waiting. Gilbert Blythe.
So do we have to go to the well?
Probably. but maybe not. Sometimes all it just takes is a little bit of goat business, and it don't matter.
You fancy men like me? Whole town's going on about it. So no point playing hard to get, sugar puss.
It's Lady Varatra to you. And I'd advise you to sod off, sugar puss, before I report this to Papa. Who are you? Why are you here? Answer this instant or I'll summon the guards.
Guards just back
Sorry
there.
to sneak in, miss. I'm Geralt, a friend of the bard Dandelion.
Geralt of Rivia? The famed witcher of the ballads?
What are you doing here, vagrant? How'd you get in? I let no one in the front, my lady. I swear it on the great sun.
Not a word. I'll handle this. Hold your tongue, sir. This is Frederick Francis de Bergerac, my new swordplay instructor, correct? Show him to the training room. I shall join him shortly.
But my lady's a witcher. Said so himself back by the gates.
Captain, do you truly believe Rosa Varatra would train with random clods calling themselves swordmasters? No. The Varatras demand the very best. Thus, we've hired a witcher. Take him to the training room, now.
As you say, miss.
That de Bergerac barely has a long enough nose to suit the name. Did you ever read Cyrano de Bergerac?
Nope.
It was a good book.
Let's see.
Won't you realise what you've got yourself into?
Hope so too.
Miss Rose has got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips a sword. Grab a wooden one. Take care not to hurt the little miss. Follow me.
Are you going to use a wooden sword?
Obviously.
Where's the
I'm
wooden
no
sword?
monster. Probably at the bottom?
Or is it a quest item?
It might be.
Yeah, there's the wooden sword.
Use a wooden sword for the rest of the game. That'd make things harder.
You're my new instructor? Well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
It. You're quick.
Well, letting her get a couple strikes on you.
Stop flaunting and fight.
They really shouldn't have blood effects for this if this isn't going to be a fatal battle. She stunned you?
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one? Yeah!
Oh, I got her to bleed. Whoops.
Well fought. You're much better than the last one.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
Am I imagining things? Didn't we just have this conversation in the garden?
The garden? Yes. In the garden. So, what was it you said? Why are you here?
Oh no. Does she have short-term memory, or is this a doppelganger, or what's the
Or
deal?
she has a split personality the moment she picks up a sword.
That'd be bizarre.
Before I ask, gotta admit, you do pretty well with a sword. One pointer. Don't expose your left flank when you dodge.
Oh, I know. Terrible habit. Can't seem to get rid of it. I'd hoped to find someone in Novigrad who could help me to do so. But
don't you dare try to dazzle me with advice. Already admitted you're not here to give me lessons.
Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship?
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
Given me no choice.
So she has a sister?
Oh, this is good. This is actually a really good opportunity.
What?
I messed with the settings on this game. Gamma!
Oh.
Because I was getting really sick of how dark this game was.
Mm-hmm.
And so it turns out if you put the game into full screen mode, you actually get a gamma meter. But only then.
Mm-hmm. So you couldn't have it windowed or anything.
Nope.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one? Damn it!
I feel like I'm gonna kill her.
If you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna var Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Hang on. So it was you in the garden?
Twins.
Of course it was me. Why, did Rosa try to play you for a fool? Don't be mad. We've done this since we were children. People have always mistaken us for one another.
Take it Dandelion did too.
On occasion, yes. But then Rosa would quickly set him straight. If you'd shut your catty mouth for a moment, dear little sister, I could explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Easy. Water, you decide!
Calm down, ladies. No poets were
I was hoping I could say nothing.
each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Dandelion act any different lately? Notice anything strange?
Strange? Not really. It's no use, Geralt. She's so enamored she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf. Edna, what? You needn't pretend he followed convention. Remember when he took us to the cemetery?
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery. Unusual even for Dandelion.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated Oxenford professors. He ended up quizzing us about Margrave Henkel.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. Died recently. He'd apparently been an important and generous patron of the arts as a young man.
Margrave.
Bet sophisticated young ladies like you know a bunch about politics.
We've picked up a few things. What would you like to know?
Wonder how the war's going. Any outcome looming?
Papa says much depends on Radovid, and on who captures Novigrad first.
What's Novigrad got to do with it? Free city. Never taken sides. Always stayed out of conflicts.
Oh, even children know Novigrad's home to the world's largest fleet. And they say the city's treasury is bursting with enough to equip 2 armies.
Emperor and his cohorts.
Emperor continuing to push north. Courtiers must be ecstatic.
His confidants must be. But Papa says that's not likely to last much longer.
Why not?
Papa says the war's disrupting trade, and people are tired of financing the Emperor's adventures.
Okay.
Changing subjects. Who'd dandelions sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or trabaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course.
This woman. Not a local, right?
I seem to remember him praising her melodious Kaviri accent. Makes sense. He referred to her as Kalonetta a few times. Bizarre names are common in Kavir.
Gotta ask Zoltan about this Kalonetta. Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it.
What?
Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
What? Wonder. No. No, what are you...
I hope it isn't sexy times.
She does not want sparring lessons. What's going on? Why are you shirtless now?
Dunno.
No, get out of here. What is going on?
Geralt, why are you showing off your codpiece? Why did you... What? I'm confused.
Get your clothes back on now. And leave.